3 generations, 3 stories, 1 war. 7-year-old Basil Mustafa was born as the Syrian war was starting. He walks to school and back home every day at this camp for the internally displaced in Azaz. At home, Basil's father Mustafa looks much older than his 43 years. He's lost a wife and son in the war.
All Syrians, whether they were from the opposition or from the regime army, suffered losses. War is destruction.
Basil is one of an estimated 3 million Syrians who were born after the war began. UNICEF says Syria is now the most dangerous place to be a child. An estimated 700 children were killed in the conflict there last year. Despite the threats, these children continue to play amid the ruins of war.
Muhammad in red and his friend Yusuf were born around the same time that these tanks were destroyed. In fact, this area is known as the graveyard of Syrian regime tanks. It's where the first known resistance against Bashar al-Assad's regime took place by the Syrian opposition when Syria's war started in 2011.
The capture of Azaz was a high point for the insurgency. Opposition fighters then quickly moved south, capturing parts of Aleppo, but it came at a high price. Noor Ahmed was 13 when Azaz fell to the rebels. He lost a cousin in a tank battle that year. Noor says he promised to avenge his cousin's death.
When
the Syrian Revolution broke out, I was studying in the 7th grade. I was 12 years old. Schools, mosques, and civilian buildings were bombed by airstrikes, artillery, and missiles by Assad. I was forced to leave school and joined the Free Syrian Army.
Noor's generation has come of age in the trenches of Syria's front lines. But for others, 7 years of war have been a continuation of decades of struggle against an oppressive regime. Muhammad Isa and his friend Abu Fadi share stories from the battlefront. At 55, they're 2 of the oldest opposition fighters in northern Syria. Isa was a baker before the war. His friend worked at a brick factory. Both say Syrian leader Bashar al-Assad is continuing his father's legacy of repression.
Under
Hafez al-Assad, the oppression was hidden, but now it's been revealed. Everyone's reality has been uncovered.
Back in Azaz, Basil Mustafa says he wants to study hard so he can help others when he grows up.
In the future, I would like to be a famous doctor because I want to treat the injured.
For Basil, his future has 2 paths: living out his dream or following in the footsteps of a lost generation.